Hey guys, you're back here with Credit Connect. Remember, this channel is about you guys. I want to empower you guys to understand your credit, to fix your credit, and to leverage your credit. Also, remember, I'm still dropping my VIP mentorship that you guys can still get in for free. That is a platform that we're going to go live, and there you can interact with other people in the credit space as well. Also, if you have any friends or relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. What we're going to talk about in this video is how to get credit line increase and what are the data points that you should know before going in for a credit line increase. Okay. So, the first thing that I would tell you whenever you're going to get a credit line increase is make sure they don't do a hard inquiry. Okay. In my opinion, if they're going to do a hard inquiry, it's better just to open a brand new credit card. And you're probably going to end up getting a higher credit line from a new credit card than from a credit line, from a credit line. So in my opinion, I always do credit line increase when I'm not going to get a hard inquiry. So that's the number one gem there that you guys have to check out before going for this. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of banks that I know. Navy Federal, if you do it through the app. Citi. Okay. I have a Citi card and I always get a credit line increase through the app. No hard inquiry. Also with Citi, I've seen them give me a credit line increase without even me asking. Okay. Chase as well. Chase, you can also get a credit line increase right now as of last year. It's no hard pull. Bank of America and American Express. Okay. So that's something that you want to know before you go in and apply for, sorry, because I'm getting a message. That's something that you want to go in and before you apply, you want to, check out what banks do and what banks don't. Okay. Also, before that you apply, you want to make sure and go to that bank and you want to upgrade, okay, or increase your earnings. Exactly how much are you making? Because you could have opened this card making $30,000 and right now your household income is $120,000. I'm not telling you to lie, but I'm telling you to actually put what you make, because a lot of people sometimes see the lender sending them, hey, do you want to, change? We haven't heard from you in a long time. Do you want to increase what you make? And we just delete it. Okay. If you're going to go in, make sure that you do, gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Make sure that you do, fix all your information correctly. Okay. And sometimes maybe let's say another thing too, let's say you just changed jobs, but you're still reporting the old job and, your credit. Don't change the employment at this time. First, get that credit line increase and then go back and change it. Make sure that you do change it in the credit bureaus as well. Okay. This is really important. Also, when you're getting ready to go for a credit line increase, you got to season it. All right. 3 months before you're getting ready to do this, make sure you start putting 7 to 10 transactions a month on this credit card. Okay. This is really important. Most of the time, they're not going to give you a credit line increase if you're not using the card, because they're going to think, why do you need more money if you're not even using it? So this is really important. Make sure that you do use it. I would tell you at least 7 to 10 transactions. Okay. Also, I would tell you, make sure that when you are ready to do this, the utilization is under 10%. You don't want to go on a card and ask for a credit line increase when you're maxed out. And remember, the maxed out penalty is anything above 48% on the personal side. Okay. Because there's also a max out penalty on the business side. But on the personal side, anytime you're above 48%, you're considered maxed out. Okay. So you want to make sure 3 to 4% on that card. This is really important. Also, one of the other things that you can change on your application is, how much you're paying if you're renting or you're paying for your mortgage. I've seen couples, they pay $3,000 and the woman pays half of everything in her house and the husband pays half of everything in his house. But when the woman is applying for a credit card, she puts that she pays mortgage of $3,000. That is definitely incorrect. You only pay $1,500 if your husband pays the other $1,500. Okay. So knowing how to, do an application or how to upgrade the application, these are all little gems here and there. Okay. So it's really important, guys. Make sure that you follow that. Also, like I said, the utilization, make sure that you are using that credit card. Sometimes you want to max out the credit card and pay it off by the statement date. That way, the next month it's at 0 or, 3 to 4%. Because if you've never, let's say you got a $20,000 credit card and all you've used is $2,000, even though you have those 7 to 10 transactions, they're going to think, why does this person need more money if they don't even use it? So ask yourself, if you were the bank, are you going to look fundable? Are you going to look trustworthy? You're not. So you want to make sure to, use that credit card, max it out, and then pay it right off. Okay. Also, whenever you're going to get a credit line increase, or you're going to buy a house, you're going to buy a car, you're going to apply for a new credit card, 30 days, 120 days prior, so that's 3 months prior, make sure you don't close any of your credit cards. Remember, anytime you close a credit card, it can lower your points, and it can also lower the time you have with, the years, the credit years. Okay. So this is really, important, because it can lower the credit history. That's the correct way to say it. So you want to make sure 9 months before, do not close a credit card. Okay. If you need to close a credit card, go for the credit line increase and then close it right after. And remember, the only time I would tell you to close a credit card, if your profile is strong enough to handle it. And, if you're not going to close a card that maybe it gave you 10 years of history, and like I said, your profile is not that strong to handle it. That's the only time I tell you to close a credit card. Okay. It's really important. Also, remember, anytime that you don't use a credit card for 6 months, it's like it gets flagged. So you want to make sure that all your credit cards, you are using them at least every 3 to 6 months, have at least some kind of subscription on it or something. That's what I try to do. I try to have a subscription, or if I don't want to pay that many credit cards at one time, I'll say, okay, I haven't used this credit card. I'm going out to dinner. This is the card I'm going to use tonight. You always want to use your credit cards, because if not, you got to feed them. You got to give them new blood. It's like a plant. You got to water them. Okay. So knowing all the information is definitely what's going to help you. Also, with certain cards, people tell you, okay, this card only gives you this much. American Express is known to give 3 times the credit line increase the limit every 91 days. I always ask for more. Navy Federal, I think, gives you like $8,000. It used to be every 3 months. I think they're doing it now twice a year, every 6 months. So you have to know the data points. You have to know all the information, do your homework, watch videos, but always ask for more. What is the worst that can happen? They're going to counter offer your amount. So let's say you go with Navy Federal and you ask for $10,000 and they only give 8. Nothing's going to happen. They're going to, counter offer for 8. But let's say you got lucky and you asked for 10. Your profile is so strong that they're like, you know what? Let's give them the 10 because they need it. They use it. So it's just knowing the information is what's going to help you. Okay. And like I said, in my opinion, if you're going to get a credit line increase and they're going to give you a hard increase, I would rather just open a new card. Okay, guys, like, subscribe to my channel, give me a comment. That's the only way I'm going to get to know you. I always try to answer all my comments. And if I don't know something, I will do the research for you. Also, guys, subscribe to my mentorship. Right now, it's free. Remember, it's Credit Connect. And if you guys have any friends or relatives Spanish, they can also connect there because it's a bilingual platform right now. Until next time, with Jackie.